Joqub Beruach, Sword of the Spirit. Interpreted and narrated by Wendy. BeRashit, Genesis, chapter 30. And when Yahuwah saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren, and Leah conceived. Thus she birthed a son, and she called his name Reuben, behold, a son. For she said, surely he who exists has looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me. And she conceived again. Thus she birthed a son, and said, because he who exists has heard that I was hated, therefore he has given me this son also. And she called his name Shimaun, heard. And she conceived again. Thus she birthed a son, and said, now this time my husband will cleave to me, because I have bore him 3 sons. Therefore his name was called Lehi, joined. And she conceived again. Thus she birthed a son, and said, now I will praise he who exists. Therefore she called his name Yehudah. Yahuwah is praised. Then her bearing stood still. However, when Rachel saw that she bore Joqub no children, Rachel envied her sister, and she said to Joqub, give me children, or else I will die. Therefore Joqub's anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, am I in the place of Elohim, whom has withheld from you the fruit of the womb? Then she said, behold, my maid, Bilhah, go unto her, and she will bear upon my knees, so that by her I may have children also. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife. And Joqub went unto her, and Bilhah conceived. Thus she bore Joqub a son. Then Rachel said, Elohim has judged me, and heard my voice also. Therefore he has given me a son. Thus she called his name Dan, judge. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and bore Joqub a second son. And Rachel said, with great wrestling I have wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. Therefore she called his name Naphtali, we wrestle. When Leah saw that her bearing stood still, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her unto Joqub to wife. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bore Joqub a son. And Leah said, good fortune comes. Therefore she called his name God, fortune. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bore a second son. And Leah said, I am happy, for the daughters will call me happy. And she called his name Asher, happy. Furthermore, Reuben went in the days of the wheat harvest, and found mandrakes in the field, and brought them to his mother, Leah. Then Rachel requested of Leah, give me, I pray you, of your son's mandrakes. So she asked her, is it a small matter that you have taken my husband? And will you take my son's mandrakes also? Therefore Rachel replied, let it be thus. He will lie with you tonight for your son's mandrakes. Then Joqub came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him, and said, you must come unto me, for surely I have hired you with my son's mandrakes. Therefore he laid with her that night. And Elohim hearkened to Leah. Thus she conceived, and bore Joqub a 5th son. And Leah said, Elohim has given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Yeshachar. He was hired. Furthermore, Leah conceived again and bore Joqub a sixth son. And Leah said, Elohim has endowed me with a good dowry. Now my husband will exalt me, because I have bore him 6 sons. Therefore she called his name Zebulun, exalted. And afterwards she birthed a daughter, and called her name Dinah, justice. Then Elohim remembered Rachel, and Elohim hearkened to her, and opened her womb. Thus she conceived, and birthed a son. Then she said, Elohim has taken away my reproach. Therefore she called his name Yusuf. Yahweh will add. Then she said, He who exists will add unto me another son.